In our last lesson, we talked about stream identity, choosing a version of yourself that you can sustain long term. Now we're going to apply that same idea to visibility, because visibility only works if you can keep doing it consistently. A lot of advice around content creation assumes that you have unlimited time, unlimited energy, and unlimited motivation. Let's face it, most of us don't. Certainly most small streamers don't. You're already learning how to stream, manage your chat, deal with tech issues, which, oh my god, let's face it, when is there not one, and show up consistently. Visibility should support that, not compete with it. Okay, if it's competing with that energy, it's not sustainable. And if it's not sustainable, you're gonna stop doing it. We're not optimizing for perfect content. We've already talked about this. Perfect is not what we're aiming for. We're optimizing for content that you'll actually create. And we've already talked kind of about ways to make that low-hanging fruit content, and we're going to talk about more here. The absolute easiest place to start is the content you're already creating. Your live streams, your VODs, okay? You're already live. Moments are already happening. You don't need to invent new content. Clips are your low-hanging fruit. They're not perfect, and that's fine. A lot of people will talk to me and I'll hear consistently, hey, I don't know what is a clippable moment. And when you're starting out, maybe you don't, but you kind of already do. I'm sure that you consume content, right? So you consume some sort of content. I think typically people that stream watch the games that they stream. So what are some clippable moments that you watch on your socials that you enjoy? Not saying you have to force any of that. You know, things like that will happen organically in the game. Those are your clippable moments. Like when you're rewatching your stream to find those clips, like, hey, I think that this is a good pathway for someone to see this 30-second video and want to come engage with me in my stream. Or hey, something really funny happened and then I said something really funny on top of it. Boom, clippable moment. And the more that you do it, the more you will get a feel for your audience's preferences. Right? So some videos are going to do well, some videos are not going to do well. But for the most part, when you start getting an audience, you'll start seeing consistent views. While you're live, if something is funny, interesting, or human happens, okay, something that is part of you that people be like, oh, that's such an angel thing, right? You want to mark that timestamp. Now, I know a lot of you don't have, like we talked about earlier, the software, the programs, the hardware. So not everybody's got a Stream Deck. I totally understand that. But what we usually, like most of us do have, are commands. Commands in your stream have become simpler and simpler to do and manage. I would highly recommend like an exclamation point clip command where you can just type that in to your chat and it automatically clips the last 60 seconds. It's very manageable. And if maybe that's too much, like some of us don't have two monitors, maybe you have a notepad next to you and you can just quickly jot down, old style, bringing it back to the dinosaurs, jot down, 45 minutes in, something funny happened, where you can just go to 45 minutes in, make that little timestamp. Okay. Whatever you need to do to annotate that time, even if you couldn't make the clip immediately, will make your life easier going back to that VOD and making that clip. Whatever works for you. You can clip while you're live. You can clip when the stream is over. Sometimes if you start getting viewers and mods, they'll clip what they like as well. That'll help a lot. So that's another reason why you might want to clip command too. Want to make it easy for them. Just like you want to make it easy for you, you want to make it easy for them. So it doesn't have to be the fanciest clip, right? You just want to start creating content to push content to whatever social that you want. And like I said, Twitch makes it easy to push clips to TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So I would definitely recommend having at least those three. And I'm not saying you have to keep up on them or anything. Just kind of push it out there. Push it out there. Put it into the winds. Right? Let people see it. That is the lowest hanging fruit that I would say is your clip onto posting to your social. It's something you're literally already doing. Make it work for you. So you absolutely do not need a separate content calendar when you're just starting out, okay? I'm not suggesting that can be very overwhelming very quickly. You will end up trying to juggle streaming and completely separating content and then putting that content, scheduling it in batches on a program or manually. It can get overwhelming fast, okay? Start with the easiest thing that you can do. And you can turn that into a more complex system later on if you need to or want to, or you find success in doing that. And, YouTube, like you can comment if you need some advice or if you want to send me a message. I'm more than happy to see maybe what is some low-hanging fruit for you. You know what I mean? You don't need to be everywhere. Okay, pick one place where short form content already gets shown to new people. So we're talking TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, right? Those are my 3 preferreds. I think Instagram is my favorite, but that's like the app that I actually use all the time. I know some of you probably are TikTokers. I'll do that sometimes. So we want one platform, one habit, done consistency, all right? And that's your visibility. We've talked about this before. Make sure that you understand what I'm saying when I say a short or reel. We're talking about like a minute or less. I think they've changed a little bit, so you can do a little bit higher. Make sure you double check before you waste your time. But yeah, something short, not long form. Do not go creating long form content when you're just starting out. Like the first few weeks you might be able to, and then you'll start to be like, oh, I actually don't have time to do my long form content this week with everything. You want to do something short. Also, people consume shorts constantly, like every single day throughout the day. We're just consumers. We just eat that stuff up. So shorts, I think, have been super successful as well for me. So I think you'll find success in that. You don't need to do long form content right away anyway. So just real quick, when I say long form, I mean, you can go to YouTube and you're looking at those 20-minute videos, those 30-minute videos, even like, 5-10 minutes can, like, at this point is considered long form. So a series can be powerful. I've made series before, but when you're starting out, they can be overwhelming. And then that overwhelming feeling will attach itself to your stream. And then you'll feel overwhelmed to do even that, not even create the content, just even go live in the first place, which we don't want. Okay, and it's not required. A lot of people find success in doing that, and some people don't ever do that. If creating a series excites you, that's great. I want you to do that. I want you to do what's exciting for you. But if you need to take a break on that series in order to continue the consistency and success of your stream, you have to be able to know when your stopping point is. Okay, like if you cannot continue to manage both. And anything that starts to overwhelm you, reflect on that. How can we make it less overwhelming? Is it something that needs to be that I need to be doing? Maybe I don't even need to do it at all. Okay, your natural capacity is going to dictate what you can and cannot do, or like ought not do. I guess nobody's stopping you from doing anything. But understand yourself. Learn your own habits. Learn your own capacities, and that will really help you a lot. This is something that I want to talk about. Visibility doesn't always mean that your viewer count is going to go up. You could be increasing your visibility, and that's not where you see it instantly, right? People coming to your stream is the end result of being visible in other places. So sometimes success and your visibility increase are going to look like things like this. A clip is getting a few hundred views, right? Maybe your clips before, maybe you weren't posting any, right? But if you were, maybe they were getting like 0, 5, 10. Now they're in the hundreds. Now hundreds of eyes are on your clips. Success. Amazing. Great job. Maybe somebody's recognizing your name. Somebody's like, oh, hey, I've seen Angel's content before. Or like, oh my God, I loved your last video. Like things like that. Success, right? Someone saying, I saw you on TikTok. Success. The algorithm's working. Oh my God. Real life people are seeing your content. God bless, right? Those are wins as well. And that might not be the ultimate win you want, which is, hey, more viewers in my Twitch live stream. But those wins are going to trickle down to your Twitch live stream, which is the point. Visibility up here, trickle down, viewers down here. Twitch stream. Okay? So visibility works because you're repeating it over and over again. You're putting your content out there over and over again, right? Like, so when you think of makeup, I don't know, what do boys think about? I don't know, favorite sports team or something like that. Whatever comes to mind, that's because that name has been built into you, right? So for makeup, I'm going to use that example because that's more applicable to my brain. I grew up with Revlon, so I might show my age here, but Revlon was like the go-to brand, and I didn't even really use Revlon because it was expensive, but that name, I constantly thought, hey, Revlon is a good makeup company. They make good quality makeup. And I didn't even use it, but that was the thought that came to my head when I was like, Revlon. Like, good makeup company? Revlon. Revlon's a good makeup company, right? That's what you're trying to do. You want your name. You are a brand, right? You're an entertainer. Your name is your brand. You want people to think of you when they think, hey, league streamer, blank, whatever, right? That's what you're aiming for. So with your habits, you want to start simple. You want to use the content you already have, and you want to keep doing what you're able to do on your worst days. Those are your key takeaways. In the next lesson, we're going to go a little deeper into short form content, specifically how to keep it simple and avoid overwhelming yourself.